Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.3 Perma 2020. Today we're going to go scrap some exotics, as many as we can. And in order to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and take the Radiant Pillar because that's what it's going to call up anyway. And I've already got quite a few storage augmentations saved up in there. We also need to go back to Euclid. So we're going to go down here and use the teleporter. Go back to Sarita Portal Base. I want to thank Tragic Trucker again for this portal address. Um, First wave exotics. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, and you can go to the No Man's Sky Reddit, the coordinates exchange there, and find a system. You'll be able to see the portal address for this system, but it's there's several out there. This isn't the only one available. Forgot to change the color of the landing pad. I think I'll do black like I did with all the equipment. It's sort of black. So everything else is black. Alright, let's go back to Sarita. And I'm going to change that to bases. And Sarita. There we go. We're gonna spend a while doing this, and unless the ship that I really like comes in. Why do you solar panels have to sound so creepy? Alright. Stairs. Don't fall off the stairs. This planet is so dark red. Ugh. Looks like the portal shut off. Hope I don't have to charge it again. Ah, awesome. Alrighty, here we go. Bird, bird, scarab, face, triangle. Here we go. Triangle, triangle, galaxy, Y, boat. Base. It's hard to see it, it's pretty far away. TP and dragonfly is the last one there. Righty. Here we go. Through another portal. I use portals now that I'm in Eisentam more than I ever did before I left Euclid. It's really cold here. Came for the... It's a blue ball exotic. So let's see, got that one. And that one. Thought I put one right there. Can't see for the storm though. Alrighty. Oh boy. For this, you just go to the space station and reload for first wave. It's got a nice short runway, as I recall. These ships cost between 2 or 3 million and 12 million. And you can recoup some or all the cost. It's up to you, however you want to do it. The first time you enter the space station, I think, is a different roll call from after the first reload. So we'll have to see how this goes. There's a certain reload that brings in 2 of them at a time, and so if you have 4 or less ships, you can buy both of them and then scrap them one at a time and reload. I'll see if I can catch that round. It's very hectic though when there's 2 at a time. Here it is right there. And that is what they mean by first wave. There's also a tier 3, where'd he go? There he is. There's also a tier 3 fighter here that I've caught a few times as S-class. Now this is, right here, this is a 155 hyperdrive. It's only an S15, so that's as small as it comes. And I was wrong about the price. It's 5 million. You can make a lot more money than that by upping the slots. So for this ship, above 17 slots and above, you actually get a circuit board as well. But you get 2 augments and 3 S-class modules. And that's Nanites right there. You can also keep the modules and see if we can get that wave to come in. You can also keep the modules and use them for whatever your ship you're about to buy. Obviously, this is a lot harder to do on PS4 because this reload screen is quite a bit longer. It's only a few seconds on PC, at least on the 2060 graphics card. But we'll get this guy to come back in. If you mess around a little bit and wait a little while, then you'll get more. And what I was doing was I was dropping the activated indium into my personal refiner and then sending the chromatic metal to my freighter in between while I was waiting. Come on. Good grief. Might get the fighter round because I had the explorers here on the deck that time. There it is right there. This is the round with 2 of them. And they're going to come in one right after the other. I think that was 2 of them. There's one of them. And there's the other one. So we'll buy the first one, sell the junk to the second one, and then buy the second one. So we'll just go ahead and buy it. There's a S20 right there. What was the hyperdrive? 155 again. Hey. And then we'll sell this stuff to this guy. There's the indium. And we'll buy the second one. This one is a 155. So I have seen it up to 165.6. So if you like this exotic, then keep one of them. There's one of them. And I have all my slots, so I should be able to get both of them, scrap both of them at the same time. That blue jetpack. There we go. And so, this time we should have circuit boards for that. Starship, there we go. Oh, no, we're going to sell the circuit boards. We don't need them. So this is the way that you do this for nanites. We're up to 35,000 already. There's the fighter right there. This time it's a B-34, but I saw it in the S-Class several times. Nice yellow fighter. It's on the second half of the first wave. Or some people call it the second wave, I guess. And most of this is just waiting for the ship to land. Sometimes it takes a minute. But it's a short runway. If you were trying to do this on a space station that had a long runway, I think it would be pretty trying. It's a lot of time waiting, and there's enough waiting going on with just, you know, a short runway. I think I might have to reload again, too. This looks like the fighter wave. There's a C-15, B-18. And then this little fighter here. That's a nice fighter with the R2 unit on it. Right there. And that's the fighter wave, so we'll just reload. I spent too much time messing around with those two at one time. When I was doing this off video, obviously I wasn't talking and explaining things about this system. So I wasn't messing around. I was running back and forth and did not miss a single wave. Just waiting. Good grief. Sometimes if you do this, you can see what's coming and save and reload again if it's not the right wave. Good grief. There it comes. Could rearrange my inventory during this time. Alrighty. Get out of your ship. There we go. We'll just go ahead and buy the first one. That one's not going to give us a circuit board. There's the A36. And we'll sell the junk to the second guy. There they are. I think I sold my indium. There we go. I don't like those kind of wings on a fighter. I think at the end of the community event episode this last week, I actually scrapped um, the fighter that I had that had wings like that. That jetpack. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There we go. That also takes time, hitting the wrong button. See, if I'd come here in my regular fighter, the Radiant Pillar would be here every time anyway. And so I would just be reloading out of the Radiant Pillar constantly anyway. So it just saves time to just get it. Whatever ship is in the first position in your freighter, in that back, far left back position, that's the ship that's going to end up here. So you may as well just fly that one in. And let's get the augments out of there. I actually sell my indium. I did. Come on, boys. Get down here. By scrapping ships this way, I'm steadily losing money, just a little bit at a time, and that's okay because we have a stasis device farm, so we have millions and millions. We have over 1 billion. There it is. This should be the single one. Nope, it's not. Oh boy. It's pretty hectic when there's two. Alrighty. Sell the stuff. It's into a crazy order. There we go. I'm just piling up augments right now. I think that was the wrong order. Yep, I still have one to go. When Sword was doing this the other night, I think it was Wednesday night, he was trying to deal with the 2 ships coming in one at a time, and because he only had 1 slot for ships, and that was far, far more hectic. Now, if I wasn't dumping these modules, I'd have to be moving them to either my freighter or whatever ship I brought with me, because I would run out of room rapidly, because sadly modules still don't stack. And I guess they can't because they have different stats, and even though the stats are supposed to be based on your seed, I think because they do have different stats, they won't pile up on each other. They do when you're selling them, though. Good grief. Takes so long. So, oh, I wanted to show you what I learned from Ballista Cola. So if we had 20, that would be 35, 40. So we're gonna buy one of these, and oh, there's the fighter. We'll buy one of these, and I'll go ahead and up the slots so you can see the difference in price. Which one are you? B35, okay. I don't think I'm interested in this fighter. When it comes in an S class, I get excited because you get 4 modules. And so this time we have a 17. And I'll show you, so if we're going to scrap it, we would get 5.1 million. We paid 7.3 million. So after you've been doing this for a while, and you've got just dozens and dozens of augments available, then you're going to do this. And because there's inventory on the Radiant Pillar, it's asking me this question every time. If there's no inventory, it won't ask the question. So we're going to exit because it won't let you switch back to main. And go back in. And switch to main. There we go. I don't have enough augments on me to do this. Let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 35. Do I have 5 left? Nope. Alright. So if we'd gotten it up to 40, we'd have gotten full price. But since we only got it up to 38 or whatever, 35 or 6, whatever it was, we're only going to get 69 million. But we paid 7 million for this ship. So when you've got a ton of extra augments, go ahead and augment the ship you're going to scrap, and you'll make tons and tons of money. There we go. Back over $1 billion. So we just made 69 million units on a 7 million unit ship, and that's pretty amazing. The only problem that this causes is now we're going to have to reset that first wave. Are you going to land? Alright, I'll sell my stuff to you. We have to reset the first wave anyway, so. Alrighty. Plus we get all this money. Alright. That cleared my inventory. Yep. Alright. Might have to go through that fighter wave again. But I learned that from Ballisticola. Don't go over 40 slots in the main inventory, and don't augment the tech inventory at all, because that doesn't add value to the ship. Only those first 40 slots in the main inventory add value. I'm doing this for nanites. We're up to 42,000 now. And the augments, because I want to go find a nice ship. Really, any ship will do now, because you can take any ship to 48 slots. And all 3 of my ships are 48 slots. So I have an exotic, I have the Radiant Pillar still, and I have a fighter. And I might try to find a nice Hawkwing uh, a hauler. I really like the Hawkling haulers. I'll go to this one first. It's closer to the stairs. I have a beautiful one on Permadeath the Journey. She's silver and blue. And she's called the Mistress of Frost. And I think I have the portal address for that. It's in Euclid. Go. That way I can run to the second one. It's closer for the second scrapping. It's not like I'm getting tired. I think it would have taken less time to run down the ramp. Alright. Now if I find a hauler that isn't S-class, I'm gonna need, you know, how many ever... If it's A-class, I'll need 50,000 nanites. If it's B, I'll need 75,000. But the nice thing is that this is totally doable. This would be really hard to do with A-class shuttles and Tier 1 explorers. Quite a bit harder. It's much, much easier and much faster with the exotics. I don't see the one thing though. Compressed indium scraps are worth quite a bit each, 3 million each. Most of this stuff isn't worth very much though. The activated indium is worth some money. He always looks confused. Right. Blue jetpack. Still waiting for those Nexus missions to stack up. I think I forgot to sell the stuff first. I definitely have to. As you can see, you don't have to go to the guy that sells upgrades for ships. You can just go to any one of the vendors. Alrighty. Heavy concentration. Don't want to mess that up. A lot of reloading, but it's worth it, you know. It's not free like it would be if you were out finding crashed ships. That's a really great thing to do right at the beginning of the game, is use scrap ships. But when you've got, you know, this much money available, You might as well go straight to the S classes. I've got 38 of these, and I used, what, 17 of them on that, or, no, I used 20 of them on that one exotic. So I would have had 37 if I hadn't done that. But this is how I got the Nanites to upgrade the Radiant Pillar. There we go. Don't run away. Every time I use my jetpack, I giggle. I don't think the rainbow jetpack would do, like, anything more. I am gonna get the purple one, though. I think it's called the antimatter jetpack. Alrighty. Last reload, and then I'll have 50,000 nanites probably, and I'll start looking around for a ship to buy. Even with all that, I still prefer to buy an S-class ship and use the nanites for the upgrades. But I think I did, you know, pretty good, considering it's a Radiant Pillar, and I haven't rolled out the hyperdrives. I did pretty good on those. Yeah, I still have some low ones there. But she does 1,600 light years. For a Radiant Pillar, that's pretty stunning. Good grief. Come on. I'm a very impatient person, which is why I never liked ship hunting in the first place, because sitting on a trade post for hours or days was awful for me. I think the most time I ever spent on a trade post was probably 3 hours. Come here. Don't run away. Oh, there's the other one. I'm turning my back. Hi. There we go. Now, obviously, once I get another ship, we won't be able to do 2 at a time like this. But that's okay. Do I have several ships worth on me? No. Way back there in the back corner. Oh my gosh. Such a long way. So what's the hyperdrive on this one? 160. I haven't checked all of them. But the hyperdrive on the exotic that I have, I believe is 163 or 165. I have to go take a look at that. There we go. And 51,000 nanites. So we made 32,000 nanites. I'll have to check the beginning of the video. I know I looked at it at the beginning. But, yeah, this is a great system. So if you need nanites or if you need money and you have augments already, this is a great place to come. 2 exotics at a time, pretty steadily. You saw that there. Come to the space station, reload right away for that first one. You know, dilly-dally a little bit scrapping that first one, and then reload when you've got the fighters all sitting on the ground like this. And that should bring in 2 at a time. The S-Class never came in. Came in several times the other night, but it didn't come in tonight. All right, you guys. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.